everyone, it's Mary Beth from MBGray Designs. Today I've got two projects for you. So I want to do this pineapple jar again. I just did it recently and I used, I can't remember what the name of the color was by Bianca Pours. Actually, let me pull it out of my drawer here. It was called Sunbathe and I thought it would be more yellow. It turned out pretty, but it actually in resin, it's definitely more orange. So what I want to do today, just, why not experiment? I thought I'm going to first paint the leaves, not in Moss Fang like I did last time, which is kind of a darker green. I'm going to use Golden Leaf, which is more of a golden green color. And I'm going to paint with the mica powder before we pour the resin in. And then I'm going to be mixing, I'm going to try the Let's Resin Yellow, but I'm also going to try Rolio, I don't know how to pronounce that, Aurelian Yellow, and also Lemon Cream. So different shades of yellow, and let it sit for a while. And then I'm going to try to marble it, or maybe even put glue in it. I don't know. And see if I can get, first of all, a little bit more yellow pineapple, but not just yellow. I want some dimension because, a pineapple, it even has like sometimes brown in it, around these little thingies, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I'm not trying to get super realistic or anything. I just thought it would be fun to try to do a variation of yellows and see what happens. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the pineapple jar. And then I recently got this cute cloud tray. There's like a mark on there. And I want to do this in just paste. And I'm going to use the Let's Resin paste. But what I'm going to do is we're going to use cyan, which is beautiful. We're going to use white, which is great. But we're going to mix the blue and the red together and see if we can get a really pretty purple. So we'll have purple, cyan, and white. And those will be the three pastes we're going to mix together, or, marble together to get this tray. So I know that this takes, I want to say it was about 10 ounces or so, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to mix up 12 ounces for the pineapple. So that's what I'm going to do for that. We'll probably have a little bit of leftovers, no big deal. And then for this, I don't know, maybe 6 ounces, 8 ounces. I don't know. I'll just guess. But I'll probably do 2. Let's see. Do I want to mix it all up? I'll figure it out. So I'm going to get my resin going, and then we'll be back to do our mica powder and stuff. Well, first I'm going to actually paint the inside of this. So we'll be right back. Okay, so here is this beautiful golden leaf color. So we're going to go in and just go, oh, I already spilled it on the pineapple part, but we're going to do our best to keep it just in the leaf part. And just do the best we can to get this mica all around there. That is all we do. I know it's hard to see. It's really hard to film this, right? Because, well, it's hard for me to see, let alone the camera. But I'm just going down there, spreading this mica around the leaf. It's like kind of diamond-y shapes, I'm doing the best I can. And then once I feel like I've got, the leaf covered in the green, we'll kind of dump the excess out. And then we'll take alcohol and get any out that we happen to get on the pineapple part, which it's okay if you get some on there. We'll just try to wipe it off the best we can with some alcohol. So that is what I'm doing. That's all you do here. And you can kind of look outside, and I can kind of see where I have some spots that need to be, it's hard to get to it though. Gosh, this is not easy. I'm telling you, I don't know how people do such a good job when they paint their molds like this. I'm not the best. But I always say, hey, you got to keep practicing, right? You got to just keep trying, keep trying. You really don't need a lot. A little goes a long way, that's for sure with this stuff. So I can kind of see on the outside here where I need to get my brush better. It won't be perfect. It definitely won't be perfect, but that's okay. It's knocking any out. Yeah, and it's kind of light, so, oopsie. Because it has that goldish hue to it. So I'm just hoping I got coverage like I needed in all these little nooks and crannies. And if not, a little yellow will shine through, and I will be okay with that. Because it's nature, and it's not, you know, necessarily perfect, right? So we're good with it. All right, so now, let me just clean my brush here. Let me grab my alcohol. Give me a second. Grab a couple of little Q-tippy thingies. And I just got some alcohol in a little container here. I'm just going to get some alcohol on my brush, and I'm just going to go around on the mold and clean up any areas that I got that green on, that I didn't want it there. Sometimes it's easier said than done, in my opinion. But do the best you can. Wipe that up. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We didn't do too bad. I think I got it. Okay, perfect. We didn't need these. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to get my resin mixed up, and then we'll be back. Okay, we're going to put our mica powder in our cups now while the resin is mixing. I'm starting with just the 12 ounces for just the pineapple. We're going to start with the pineapple project. I'm going to do these in separate pours. I didn't really have to, but I just decided to. I don't know why. Sometimes I like to do it that way. Okay, so there's that color, and then I think this is called lemon cream or something. Yeah, lemon and cream. It's a much lighter, different shade of yellow, so that'll be nice. Do something a little different. We're going to do about 4-ish ounces of each one of these. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of alcohol and dissolve the mica powder. And that's it. And then when my resin is ready, I will pour it in my cup. And we're good to go. We'll put it through the bubble remover. All I'm going to do with the yellow paste is I'm going to add some paste to the resin also. And then I'll get all 3 of these put through the bubble remover, and then we'll be back to pour. Okay, we have our yellow. So this is what the yellow paste looked like. It looks very similar to the Aurorian yellow. I don't know how to pronounce it, but one of the Rolio yellows. It's a mica powder, so it has a little shimmer in it. And then this is the lemon cream. So they may all kind of blend. It's okay. I'm hoping to get just maybe even a little bit of variation. Let me get a paper towel. This way I can easily slide these around when ready. So we're going to start with the lid, and I will tell you, where did I get those bubbles? It was on the lid underneath here last time, and I had to fill them with UV resin. So I'm going to do my best to really work with a dotting tool or my bubble wand and get those bubbles out. So let's start. I am going to spray a little bit of alcohol. I don't want to spray it in the mica powder, but I didn't spray any last time. I'm going to try to spray it around that edge. I may have to do it again because by the time I get the resin up there, I don't know. We'll see. Just doing the best I can. All right, let's start with some of the paste first. And again, these are probably going to they could very well blend together. Just hoping for maybe a little bit of variation. Let's do the lemon cream. And then we'll do the mica, the other yellow mica. And just kind of go back and forth here. I like this lemon cream. That's pretty. I thought about doing like a goldish mica powder, but I ended up obviously not. So I'm going to go in with my dotting tool first and just really, really, really work around the edge here. There's all those ridges, you know, from the pineapple itself. So I don't know. I'm just going to do the best I can and try to not have any bubbles under there. At least not huge, gaping, big, because they create a hole, you know. So when you unmold it, you got this big hole. And like I said, I did fill it with UV resin, and it, you know, it's not horrible, but, you know, definitely not the best thing to have. So I think we'll take the bubble wand also and just really get in there. It has that curve, so maybe it can kind of help out here. I don't know. I'm not seeing any come out. I'm hoping maybe that alcohol helped, you know? Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to top it. Let me move some things out of the way here. I got some other stuff curing. I am going to top it with the lemon cream. Get this domed up. And I'm going to move, kind of slide it out of the way a little bit here. And now we will focus on the jar part. Something on my mold. Just kind of getting the alcohol all in there. All right, let's get to pouring. Let's do some of the, I don't have as much lemon cream left. Used more in the lid. Well, it definitely doesn't look as orange as my first one, which again, I still think it turned out okay. Go in with the lemon cream again. Okay. All right, we're getting close. I think I'm going to go ahead and scrape out this lemon cream. Let me get my, here's a spatula we can use. All right, let's get this scraped out. Beautiful. Okay. Just wipe this off real quick before I move on here. Ooh. All right. And then I think I can dome it even more. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That is good. Very good. Perfect. Ooh, I might have actually gone a little over. Just a little bit here. Yeah, that's domed nice. We won't hopefully have to do really any trimming or anything. Okay, I don't want to move it. And I don't want to spray it with alcohol because that'll make it over. Oh, wow. Did you guys see that fire? What the heck? Okay, I guess we'll just leave it. Whoa, that was crazy. Oh my God, that scared me. That totally frightened me. Okay, I'm going to dome up the lid a little bit more. Woo! This craft can be a little frightening at times. All right, I basically have maybe not even a half an ounce of each of these, maybe a quarter of an ounce. I'm probably just going to put them in my hand mold, which is my drip mold here. So I will be back after I mix up the resin for our cloud tray. We will be back to put our paste together and get that going. Okay, we are ready to pour our tray. We've got the cyan and the white, and oh my gosh, the purple did not turn out. Let me tell you what happened. So it's a really pretty different color of blue. So, and I know color theory, so, you know, I mixed blue and red, which should give you purple, and instead it gave me this dark, almost brown color. It wasn't good. So I put more blue in, and then I put white in to lighten it up because I don't know why it happened, but it did. But that's, you know what? It's all about the fun of playing with colors. So we do have a really pretty, it's almost like a grayish steel. There's a little, it came out of the bubble remover, but there's still a couple surface bubbles. Anyways, a darker grayish blue, I don't know, but it's what we're going with. So yeah. All right, so let's spray our tray. And of course I see something in the tray. How did blue paste get in there? I'm telling you what, I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attempt anyways. I'm going to attempt to put the white. How did the blue get in there? What is happening? Is it on the outside or the inside? There we go. I'm going to attempt to put the white in the border, and then I am going to use the white when I marble. So if any of the white gets on the top, I'm okay with that. I hope that makes sense. But I do want to try to fill up the border with the white. Just to see, I don't know, maybe give it a little bit of a different look. So let's just kind of move this around so I can work with it here. Go on this side. I hope you can see. Sorry if my arm is in the way, but again, I'm just focused on pouring the white inside the border. And it should meet up with itself, you know. Actually, it might take most of the white. It might just be a layer of white because I don't know if I'd have enough white to fill up the entire border like all the way. I guess we'll just kind of see what happens here. That might be cute. Now, I'm not going to worry about curing it first or anything because I got my resin already ready, the rest of the resin. But like I said, I'm okay with some white getting on the tray portion. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do this right now with the white. And we can always scrape some out too. I only did 2 ounces of white, and then I did 3 ounces of cyan and 3 ounces of the blue-red whatever mixture I made. We'll see. I don't know. This might end up being really cute. Who knows? But it's certainly fun to play with. Okay, here comes that crazy blue color. It's pretty. It's actually, I think I made navy. It kind of almost looks like a navy. Who would have thunk? I don't know. I'm actually a colored pencil artist. I don't do that on YouTube or anything. So like I said, I'm very familiar with color theory and blending different colors together and that sort of thing. But I would have never thought what I did would have made what it made. So that's fun. But I typically do realism, and for whatever reason, don't ask me why, but I love to draw food, like a cheeseburger, like a realistic looking big old bacon cheeseburger, or fruit, or that's what I like to draw. Isn't that funny? So weird. Like, I guess I'm just weird. Sorry. Sorry that you're on this video listening to this weird lady pour a resin tray and talking about colored pencil art that she does on the side. Okay, let me just set my spatula down. And my resin's pretty warm. It's been a while and it's kind of heated up, which is a good thing because I don't want it to blend into one color. You know, I want it to be somewhat separated. And it looks like we are pretty well domed. So, I don't even know if I want to squirt alcohol. There's a couple bubbles there. I'm worried it may go over, but let me try. Okay, I think we're good. Let me just get down eye level. I don't know if I can fit any more. Yeah, I think we're domed. It appears as though we are. And I do have some scrapings of the cyan, and then I do have, it's hard to tell, maybe a half an ounce to an ounce left of this crazy bluish color. So, let's see. What can we, you know what? Let's do a turtle. So let me slide this over. Oh, is my mold kind of dirty? Let me clean my mold a little bit. I bet we have enough to maybe even do all of these turtles. Who knows? Okay. All right, let's spray these little turtles with alcohol. Ooh, let's do a little bit. There is a little bit of cyan, so let's try to marble some of the cyan in here. And actually, there's still white on my spatula. Some in this one, and a little bit. Oh yeah, we got plenty. Some in his little flipper. Start filling these up with the crazy blue color. I don't even know if I have enough. I think I will. Because once I scrape, you know, you get a lot out from scraping. Okay, let's finish scraping the cyan. There's just a little bit left, and we'll top this little dude off right here. Oh, get in the mold, Mary Beth. Okay, and now, look at this blue. Oh my god. Kind of a crazy color. Oh yeah, we got plenty. Get this one filled up. These might make cute little, either a keychain or magnets, something, huh? We can make them super cute. Let me make sure, let me set that aside. Where's a good dotting tool here? Let me just make sure I'm down, yeah, in that tail. And this one actually needs a little more. I'm gonna spend more time on the turtles than anything else. Yeah, this one needs to be domed, so let me do that. My resin is really thick. There we go, that's better. Because we don't want to have to trim these, you know. We want them to be domed. That way, they might need just a little light sanding, but no trimming. Because they're, if you can avoid that, at least in my opinion, it's better. So I'm just going to make sure all of them are domed up. Still some in here. My gosh, it's like glue or honey. Here we go. This one does need a little bit. Come on. There we go. Much better. Okay. Awesome. So now I'll probably turn my heat mat on. My pineapple is cured because that was last night. This is the next day, the next evening actually. So I'll turn my heat mat on for the turtles in the tray, and hopefully it won't take us too long. And yeah, we'll be back for demold. Okay, let's demold these real quick. They're still very warm, but I think we can go ahead and demold them. Oh, I got my pineapple to demold too. Oh, that turned out cute. Look at the little marbling on the turtle. That one's cute. Yeah, with our custom blue color that we made. There's that one, that little cutie patootie. And that one, very cute. Okay, awesome. Let's do our pineapple real quick, and then we'll come back to the tray. All right. Please, no bubbles, no bubbles, no bubbles. Okay. Ooh, are we gonna get lucky? Ah, no bubbles. Look at that. There's no bubbles. Okay. And then I know it's hard to get this off the leaf, so I gotta pull it. Oh, there we go. I got it. Ooh, I like the golden green color. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like a golden leaf or something. That's pretty. Ooh, I like the different yellows. Like that's a darker yellow, that's lighter. I forgot that's what we did. Yes, that's right. Okay, I'm excited to see the jar part. Let me just get it started here. Sorry, give me a minute. It's kind of a tight. There we go. All right. Let's roll down. Here we go. Ooh. Okay. Get my mold back in shape real quick. There we go. Oh, I mean, it's very subtle, so I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but definitely there's some different tones of yellow, and that's what I wanted. That's what I was going for. Oh, yeah, look at that. No bubbles. I'm not seeing any bubbles. Oh, I'm really happy with this. I'm very, 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 very happy with it. Okay, now our cloud tray. Let's see how this turned out. Again, it's very warm, so I got to be pretty careful. Oh, yeah, we put the white. That's right, it wasn't that long ago. Put the white in first on the edging. So let's see how that turned out. Ooh, oh, got some bubbles. Not too bad, but we do, darn it, we do have some little micro bubbles down in there. Oh, that is such a bummer, but look at how cool that marbling is. That's pretty neat. I like the white. Yeah, I'm bummed about those bubbles. Darn it. Maybe I can put some UV DTF stickers on there. That might help the situation because there's, you know, a handful, more than a handful, I should say. Can you see? I'm not sure, but like there's one, 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 you know. So yeah. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. And a little bit of the whatever color got down into here, so it's kind of showing up. I mean, it's white, but you can kind of see the color underneath a little bit, but I think that's okay. That I'm okay with. It's domed nicely. So yeah, it's cute. I got to think of a plan to resolve this issue if I can even come up with anything. All right, well, let me get busy and then we will be back for the final reveal. Okay, so what I've done is I went ahead and remember we were talking about all these crazy little bubbles that showed up on the top. I used some UV DTF stickers. This one says, "Make your heart the prettiest thing about you." Super cute, and just some pretty little butterflies and flowers to kind of go along with the tray. I mixed up some tabletop resin. It's high viscosity. There's a lot of bubbles in it. I can't put it through my bubble remover, although I'm getting a new bubble remover tomorrow by Let's Resin. I'm going to try it in there and see if that one works. But anyway, because it just doesn't work well on a bubble remover, I don't think. Regardless, we're going to put a very, 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 look at this crushed crystal is so staticky. It's clinging to my stick. I haven't even touched it yet. But we're just going to put like a teeny weeny little bit in there. Wow, that's crazy. It's just flying all over. And we're gonna, I just took this off the handheld mixer, so I need to mix it really well anyways, like the sides and the bottom. And I'm gonna mix that crushed crystal in. So we're gonna mix, mix, mix really, really well. And I only did 2 ounces, and I don't know that we'll need all of it, but I made up 2 ounces just in case. And yeah, it's just going to be a thin layer on the top. We'll top coat it, and yeah, I think that'll look good. I'm hoping it'll look good. Okay, I'm just kind of checking. It's hard with so many bubbles, but to make sure I don't have any unmixed resin, which I don't think I do, but I just want to be certain. Yeah, I think that's looking good. I can see the crushed crystal in there. All right, let me just clean off my stick. Okay, let's get our tray ready, and we will just pour down in the middle here. Thinking that might be enough. We'll see. We'll just let it flow, and I'm going to take it and just move it to the edge here, all the way around the cute little cloud shape. I might need a little more in here. That's okay. Let's just get this going. yeah, I'm definitely going to need some more. So let's go ahead and pour some more down in here. Let's see if that's better. It's going to be pretty. And then I just usually I don't put a heat mat on or anything. I just let this sit and cure. I'll just set it on my table and let it do its thing and cure up. I will definitely use my lighter and just make sure I get the bubbles out. I'll watch it for a while, you know, while it's degassing, since there's a lot of bubbles. Okay, that I got the whole thing covered now, and it should self-level for me anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of bubbles, so I'm going to take my lighter and just start going back and forth like this, you know, and getting rid of any of the bubbles that are on the surface. And I'll probably have to do this just a couple more times. I'll let them come up to the surface and do it again, you know. So yeah, and then I will finish off this tray, and I'm working on the other pieces, so we will be back for the final reveal. Okay, we are back for the final reveal. So for the little turtles, I just made them all magnets, and all I did was take a silver pen and just outline on their shell. So they're cute though. I think they marbled really cute. Fun little magnets, but that's all we did on those. Here they are. Super cute. All right, I'm going to set them upside down. The magnets, they're pretty much dry, but kind of still drying, so I just don't want to ruin them. All right, and so here's our tray. You know, we did the top coat, so that worked out. And then all I did is I took these pretty sapphire blue rhinestones and outlined the white. And that's it. So that's our cute cloud tray. How fun is that? I love the stickers. I think they're really pretty. And then for our pineapple jar, look how cute the pineapple jar turned out. And of course I did sand and use my Resin Restore on everything. But this time let's see, I used the golden green for the stem. And then I just used some AB rhinestones and went around the jar with it. And I think it turned out really cute. What do you think? I like it. So there is our jar. Perfect. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed these projects. Stay tuned for the pictures. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you think I deserve it. And if I would be honored if you would join my little YouTube family and hit that subscribe button. All right, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Say something like you love me and make my day, like you always do, like you always do.